Great content is essential to attract your ideal audience and establish yourself as a credible resource. However, if you're using content the wrong way or you're following trends that don't actually work, it can have the opposite effect. In fact, 58% of businesses say that they're not effective at content marketing. So, how can you be successful with your content marketing? You'll need to stray away from the common misconceptions surrounding content marketing and make sure that you're not using any fake tactics in your content marketing. We're going to talk about a lot of those this week as we cover 5 content myths that can seriously hurt your business. Let's dive in. So, very first, the first myth, content marketing is not important for my company. Some businesses believe that content marketing does not play a role in the ultimate success of their business. However, we live in a time where most shoppers use Google to find products and services that they need. So content marketing is actually necessary to increase your sales and to find the growth that you need. Think about it. Content provides the context to the keywords that people are searching for. And without that good content, you're not going to rank on Google. You're not going to be found on social media, which means that your business is a lot less visible. Myth number 2, social media plays no impact on your content strategy. Now, I hear this quite often, actually, but companies are avoiding using social media for a lot of reasons. Sometimes they say it's lack of sales. Sometimes it's because they don't know how to use it. Or sometimes it's because they have a fear that it's just a waste of time. Or that it costs a lot of money, or they don't know who to hire, or they've hired someone in the past and they don't get results. Whatever the reason is, newsflash, most of your customers are already on these platforms. So just because you don't see an immediate return doesn't mean that your efforts aren't helpful. And just a heads up, we're talking more about social media ROI in the next couple of weeks, so stay tuned. But by sharing your content on social media, you get to build relationships with your customers that you wouldn't have the opportunity to otherwise. It's a chance to show the world why they should work with you and how awesome you are in the day-to-day life of your business. Social media is one of the best ways to build that know, like, and trust factor with your ideal client. Okay, myth number 3, I can't hire professionals to create my content. So some companies refuse to hire professionals or any help at all to help with their content needs. But if you're not creating great content, or if you're not creating content at all, then you're really missing the boat on sharing your message online. By hiring a professional company, you can get help with your content marketing strategy. You can ensure that your content is being published to your website and your social media channels, that it's consistent, and also that content is actually helping your company and not hurting it. We help our clients with content repurposing. So anybody that we work with, they're creating one piece of content a week. It's typically a video or a podcast. And then we use that to connect with their ideal clients on social media, in email marketing, on their website, in their stories, in all of the places. It's a really simple way to outsource while still keeping your message consistent and making sure that it's your words and your brand being shared. So that's one way that you can actually hire out to help with your content to get more visible. Okay, myth number 4. No follow-up is needed once your content is posted. Now, you may believe that once you post a blog post or a social media post that you can just completely forget about it and move on. But I hate to break it to you. Content and social media are not set it and forget it types of things. You have to engage with your people. You have to take the time to comment back to them. And you really need to monitor your analytics. If you followed me for any amount of time, you all know that I love the numbers. It's important to be looking at, do they like your post? Did it gain a lot of traction? How did people find that post? Where do people go after visiting your post? When you're checking your analytics regularly and you can answer those questions, then you're going to know if your topic was a dud or if it was a winner. So you know if you need to move on from that topic or if you should create more like it. Okay, myth number 5, content should only be focused on my business. Some companies believe that the only content that they should be producing should focus on their products and their services. I'm here to tell you that is not always true. And it can actually hurt your company more than it helps if you're only focused on selling your own products or highlighting your own products. But instead of focusing solely on what you do best, think about creating content around tips for specific topics that are relevant to your ideal client's interests. When you're taking the time to research and to write or even highlight about things that will be valuable to your audience, instead of just always directly selling a product, you'll be able to relate with your customers and increase traffic. I have two quick examples that I want to give you on that. One, I talk a lot about my littles in my stories and in my content. That's because they're my lifeblood and they're my joy. And it's super easy to talk about them in my stories and online because they're so fun. But when I post about my kids, my ideal clients usually get excited too, because they get to see the personal side of my business and not just the business side. They get to see the personal side of my life and not just the business side of things. The second thing that I like to do in my content is highlight my power partners. So I like to highlight people and businesses, other entrepreneurs that either I've worked with personally or ones that I just love and want to pour into or highlight, or just let everybody know how great they are. And when you're taking the time to highlight those people on your social media channels, you're not only giving back to them and giving back to the world, you're also providing value to your ideal clients, because they can see that you're sharing the love, that you're highlighting people that are important to you. And it gives you something else to talk about besides just your own products and services. So highlighting other people always goes a long way. So if those are my 5 myths and how I hopefully have dispelled them for you. If your content strategy is not producing the ROI that you're looking for, it may be time to look for some additional help, do some more research. Good news, next week, Wednesday, September 1st. So in, I don't know, less than a week, like 6 days, I'm hosting a free training in the Content with Christy Facebook group. We are going to be talking all about how content repurposing can further dispel some of these myths that we just talked about. We are going to specifically talk about how to take one piece of content and turn it into 15 different types of content in just 1 hour a week. And I really hope you'll join us. See you.